We're going to talk about future value, and we're going to talk about compounding. Future value is the amount an investment is worth after one or more periods. Compounding is simply accumulating interest on interest. And that's an easy way to think of compounding. Again, one formula, we'll call this a golden formula in Chapter 5. Future value equals present value times 1 plus r to the t. As I said before, 4 variables on both sides of this equation. And you need any 3 to be plugged in to calculate the 4th, as we demonstrated a minute ago. Future value, the end of 1 year. Present value, or at the end of future value at the end of any number of years. Present value is today. What's it worth today? R is the interest rate, and T is the number of compounding periods. So there are your 4 variables in this very key equation. You invest $100 in a savings account paying 10% interest per year. How much money will you have in 1 year? Very simple. PV is $100. R is 0.1. T is 1, and you come up with $110 at the end of 1 year. If I have more than one period, I start getting interest on interest. And that's where we start picking up compound interest, and that's where that equation goes exponential versus simple interest, which is just present value times R times T plus PV. And you'll find simple interest to be a much lower amount. So compound interest is the way to go. And you can see that very clearly with this example. $100 put in the bank. It's going to go in there for 5 years. Do you go to simple interest bank, or do you go to compound interest bank? Which one will be better? Well, simple interest bank will get you can see from this graphic that I'd end up with $150. $100 deposit plus $50 of interest, $10 simple interest per year. However, if I get compound interest, in year 2, I start getting interest on that first year of interest. So that's when it starts compounding and going exponential. And at the end of 5 years in compound interest bank, I'd have 161.05. 100 plus 50 of simple interest and 1105 of compound interest, 161.05. And you can prove this by plugging it into the future value equation. 100 times 1.1 to the 5th power should equal 161.05. So again, the best bank to go to is compound interest bank. Here's an example. You have a 2-year investment paying 14% per year. If you invest $325, how much will you have at the end of 2 years? Again, future value equals present value times 1 plus r to the t. Year 1, I'll have $370.50. Year 2, I'll have $422.37. How much is simple interest? How much is compound interest? Simple interest is $91, and compound interest of that $422.37 is $6.37. Again, compound interest is the way to go. Here's another example. Investment pays 12%. You invest $400 today. How much will you have in 3 years? How much will you have in 7 years? Again, one formula, FV equals PV times 1 plus R to the T. 400 times 1.12 to the 3rd power is 370.50. And 400 times 1.12 to the 7th power is 422.37. How much interest will you have after 7 years? And how much results from compounding? Simple interest is 336, and the balance is from compounding 148.27. In 1626, Peter Minuit, Dutch colonial governor of New Amsterdam, bought all of Manhattan Island from the Native Americans for $24 in goods and trinkets. If the Native Americans had sold these goods and invested the $24 at 10%, how much would their investment be worth today? Again, one equation. Future value equals present value times 1 plus r to the t. And we take this out for 384 years, and we see that $24 has grown to 188 quadrillion plus dollars. 188 quadrillion, and the authors suggest that you could use that to buy basically the entire planet. So if only we had gone into the Bank of New York and invested that $24. Tyco Corporation pays a cash dividend of $5 a share. It will increase 4% each year based on board of directors. Forecast indefinitely. What is the value of this in 8 years? Same equation, future value equals present value times 1 plus r to the t. $5 times 1.04 to the 8th power, $6.84. So you can use this technology basically in a whole host of ways for success in business. Who wants to be a millionaire? Let's play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. And here are some givens for this exercise. You are 21. If you're not 21, pretend you're 21. You want to retire at age 65 with $1 million. You can earn 10% on your money, compounded annually. No need to do the EAR that we'll talk about in Chapter 6. How much do you need to invest today? So we're looking for present value. Present value means today. And one big lump sum. Again, this is lump sum time value of money. One big lump sum, solve for present value.